Today on Box Store Outdoor, we're going to be talking about lighting. Today we're talking about the lighting and the Dewalt ecosystem. We're going to start with the spotlights. I've got the DCL 040 and the DCL 043. This is a mini version of this. It's one tiny little LED. This is a great light for lots of purposes. We keep this by our door for when my wife or my kids have to go out to feed the chickens or check something at night or shut the gate. It accepts either and all 20 volt max series batteries. We usually run the little power stacks, which are awesome because it's not heavy, it's weighted right, it just feels good. Out of the box, I was a little bit disappointed with the fit and finish of this one. As it turns out, it's my wife's favorite light. She absolutely adores it. Now this one, the DCL 043, is a Mac Daddy spotlight. This one's exciting. This one I keep in the truck. I keep it in the hunting truck. I take it with me on the boat so I can see channel markers. I mean, it'll throw a beam, in my estimation, probably 300-400 yards. If you know more than I do about that, you can leave a comment below. Either way, it's bright, super bright. Same thing with the batteries. I can run a little bit bigger battery on this one because it seems like it's weighted better with a bigger battery. But I'll tell you what, these little power stack batteries work out great. Very rarely have to charge them, and these LEDs don't drain anything for power. So in summary, this one is a great all-around little light. It's good for multiple tasks. You can grab this around the house, around camp. It's even great for my kids' hands. They like this one too. This one is more of a scalpel. It is a big, bright scalpel. I love it, but if you're gonna go searching for something in your camping box, don't use this one. It'll ruin your night vision. You'll be blind for 15 minutes afterwards. Moving on from spotlights to flood illumination, we have the DCL 050. I love this light. I found myself grabbing this one more than any of the other ones just for any task. Walking around the yard, walking around camp, fit and finish, it is bank vault. I love it. It doesn't jiggle, it doesn't move. It's got a hook, the hook spins, which is awesome. You can hook it on different things, move it around. It's bright. I found it's the Swiss Army knife of all of these lights. There are two versions of this. They never updated the model number, but if you look on this little label here, it says Type 1.2. That means it's the second version of this. Now, they upped the lumens by a lot. I want to say it's 500 lumens on low and 1,000 lumens on high. Again, 20 volt max series batteries. These things are great. This one, believe it or not, out of all of the lights that I have from Dewalt, I find myself grabbing this one the most. I use it to illuminate camp. I use it at the house. I've used it for smaller tasks where I have to get fine dexterity, the itty bitty parts and pieces. I turn it on and I can work right underneath it. It's awesome. Changing the oil under the truck, I found myself using this one. It's great. You can use it as a spotlight just walking around camp, even though it's a floodlight. But if you find yourself needing more juice, more light, we have the Mega Light. I guess that's what I could call it. It's what my kids call it. It is the DCL 077. This thing is a tank. It takes the 20 volt max batteries, just like the other ones, and it also takes the 12 volt batteries by Dewalt, which is pretty awesome. It has hanging capabilities. This little hook I made, it has 2 screw holes in the back for attaching it to things. You can actually even put it on a tripod if you want to. This one is really cool for big parties. The big canopies, I have a 13-foot canopy. I hung this from the center of it, like this. I used it for 3 days on this 4 amp hour max, 20 volt max battery. And we used it every night for a while, and it barely drained any of the batteries. We used it on low. There are 3 high, medium, low settings. The low is plenty bright. The brightness of this light isn't the only attractive feature. This LED is more of that warm, old-fashioned light that you would get from, say, a Coleman lantern. So it doesn't feel like that cool blue LED light that you're usually gonna get. This one's more of a, it gives it more of a campsite feel. In short, I like it. It's good, it's big, it'll get the job done. So at the end, I like them all. I'm a Dewalt guy. I don't know if you guys could tell. I was in that ecosystem already, so I started buying those parts and pieces. I'm sure there are other ones out there that you can find at any box store. These are mine and I like them. If I had to pick one, okay, that's a hard one, but if you forced me to, I'd have to say this one, just because it is the Swiss Army knife. They all have their different purposes and they're all their strengths and their weaknesses, but they're all great. That's why I have too many lights. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully it helps you make a decision. Buy one, buy them all, just don't tell your wife. Come back for the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.